Suge had Puff in his chokehold the whole time Jake was getting shot.
They was not scared of Suge Knight. They was terrified.
Ass Puffy can give him a mother star, and every rat in the world said he didn't want to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
Or had him shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Diddy seems to be facing his worst fears as his adversaries in the industry are being released from jail sooner than he had anticipated. Rumors are circulating that Suge Knight, a person who Diddy has had a long-standing feud with, is set to return to society. These rumors are causing significant distress for the music mogul, as he worries about the potential consequences of Suge's release. Given their troubled history and the presence of various undisclosed secrets, is it possible that Diddy's downfall will occur once Suge is freed? That's what we're going to find out in this video. But of course, before I spill anything, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now let's dive in.
P. Diddy, are you?
I mean, you know what everybody said, whole thing about it, P. Diddy, P. whatever. You gotta really, everybody keep it. I know I probably sound like I'm repeating myself, but we need to leave Puffy alone.
Suge Knight has been making frequent headlines lately, and whenever he is mentioned, it is noteworthy. Apparently, he is regarded as one of the most terrifying and feared individuals in the hip-hop community. The word on the street is that Diddy, who currently holds significant sway in the industry, is absolutely petrified at the prospect of Suge's imminent release from prison. Suge himself is eager to regain his freedom and has attempted various tactics, such as feigning illness or blindness to secure an early release, but none have been successful thus far. However, recent speculation within the hip-hop community suggests that Suge and his infamous lawyer, David Kenner, may have discovered a way to reduce his sentence by 15 years. In case you missed it, Suge was initially sentenced to a daunting 28 years behind bars. But what does all of this mean for Diddy?
I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth. So that this thing that I got for Puff is more like, you trying to keep me here, nigga?
According to insiders, it appears that Suge has no intentions of retiring quietly. Instead, he plans to re-enter the game with a vengeance. Reportedly, one of his top priorities upon release is to seek retribution against those who have spoken ill of him while he was incarcerated. It has been stated that Suge is determined to go after the industry's wrongdoers and reveal more secrets that could potentially rock the foundations of the hip-hop community and bring down even the most influential figures. Suge firmly believes that these individuals achieved great success while he was locked away. The message being conveyed are not difficult to interpret, as they sound like a direct warning to Diddy. It appears that Diddy has numerous skeletons in his closet that he wants to keep hidden before Suge's release, as the consequences could be severe once everything is exposed.
Nah, man, that's whack. And he knew exactly what I meant, because he'd been standing next to something his entire career. Right. He stood next to Biggie, you put hot on him. That's stand next to the fighters he want. Right? You stood next to Mace. Stood next to Jock. Look, Puffy might be the destination for anybody going nowhere.
If you're unfamiliar with the reasons behind Suge's determination to take down Diddy, let me enlighten you. These two music moguls have been at odds with each other since the beginning of time, primarily due to the West Coast-East Coast rivalry. The power dynamics between them never allowed for any friendship to blossom. The genesis of their feud dates back nearly 30 years to 1995, when Suge Knight, the CEO of Death Row Records, attended the Source Awards in New York City. Seizing the opportunity, Suge used his time on stage to subtly disparage Diddy, though he didn't mention him by name. It was evident to everyone present that Suge's speech was a direct insult aimed at Diddy and his New York-based label, Bad Boy Records.
Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Death Row family on both sides, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to tell Tupac to keep his guards up, we ride with him.
Knight said, any artists out there that want to be an artist and stay a star and don't have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row. Suge couldn't be more explicit, considering that Diddy has a habit of participating in all his artist videos. And while the whole hip-hop community knew whom this speech was addressed to, he said nothing and didn't even discuss the subject. Whenever questioned about the animosity, Diddy would feign surprise, as if he were oblivious to the underlying tensions. While Diddy attempted to maintain a facade of normalcy, the feud between their respective labels on the West-East coasts was intensifying, fueled by the rapid rise to fame of artists from both sides. The rivalry between the two labels and their producers reached its peak when Tupac and Biggie, the prominent figures in hip-hop, were dominating the music scene. Suge and Diddy couldn't resist stoking this competition further. The beef between them transcended the mere promotion of their artists and evolved into a full-blown war between the music moguls. It appears that Suge had the upper hand in this rivalry, considering the audacious actions he allowed himself to take. Rapper Keith Murray recounted an incident where he witnessed Suge Knight slap Puff Diddy outside an Atlanta club. According to Murray, one of Suge's associates had recently been taken out, and Suge held Diddy accountable. Instead of seeking revenge through aggressiveness, Suge chose to deliver a powerful slap to his industry foe. The verbal altercation swiftly escalated into physical violence. Murray mentioned that Suge had asked Diddy if he was okay, indicating that Puffy was present during the altercation.
Pow! Smack the dog shit out of Puffy. I'm like, oh shit. This is crazy.
Murray clarified that it wasn't because Diddy was weak, as he had seen Diddy's crew engage in fights before. Perhaps Diddy believed it was in everyone's best interest to endure the slap and swallow his pride.
Pause, look at me. And Puffy was like, yo, that's what I get for being too nice. Being too nice. I'm being too nice. And he looked at me.
You know, I could blow this thing up right now, you know. I decided, I just felt it was really dangerous, you know what I'm saying?
Surprisingly, Keith remains the sole witness to that incident, catching Diddy off guard, as he never anticipated anyone to observe the altercation. Although there were no onlookers to corroborate Keith's account, the plausibility of such an occurrence cannot be entirely dismissed, considering Suge's volatile temperament. It appears that Knight has been biding his time, eagerly awaiting an opportunity to strike back at his industry adversary. Ruining Diddy is reportedly at the forefront of Suge's mind as he navigates his path towards release from prison. Many fans speculate that this singular goal is what keeps Suge motivated during his incarceration. Prior to Diddy's ascent as a prominent figure in the rap industry, he had to continuously prove his mettle as a producer in the shadow of Suge Knight's presence. Undoubtedly, Knight's Death Row Records played a pivotal role in fostering exceptional talents, including the likes of Tupac, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg.
Executive producer that a comment was made about a little bit earlier. But check this out, contrary to what other people may feel, I would like to say that I'm very proud of Dr. Dre, of Death Row, and Suge Knight for their accomplishment.
While it's challenging to deny Suge's knack for discovering and promoting true artists, his encounters with the justice system have been tumultuous, leaving behind a lengthy trail of legal troubles. In 1996, Knight found himself embroiled in a physical altercation shortly before his artist Tupac was fatally shot, thereby violating the terms of his parole. As a consequence, he was sentenced to 9 years in prison, but managed to secure an early release after serving 4 years behind bars in 1997. However, this respite did little to temper the behavior of the influential producer, who remained unyielding and far from humble in his dealings. In 2003, he faced another arrest and subsequently spent 10 months in jail for assaulting a parking lot valet outside a nightclub in Los Angeles. It seemed that barely a year would pass without Suge getting entangled in some form of criminal activity, which took a toll on his music business. Eventually, he lost control of his record label and publicly declared bankruptcy. In 2006, Knight filed for bankruptcy, declaring both himself and Death Row Records bankrupt. Suge Knight claimed debts exceeding $100 million, and it seemed inevitable that his downfall was imminent. Alongside his continuous involvement in troubles, there was a sense that someone was targeting him, although this point may be disputed by many. Despite several attempts on his life, particularly since his feud with Diddy began, Suge managed to survive. In 2005, he was shot at a party during the Westman DV Music Awards in Miami, and in 2014, he miraculously survived being shot 6 times, requiring surgery. Suge consistently demonstrated his resilience, proving that bullets alone couldn't eliminate him. But his legal problems ultimately became the factors that sidelined him. Just a year after surviving the incident at Chris Brown's party, Suge turned himself in for a fatal hit and run, leading to his arrest. He received a 28-year prison sentence. Even while serving time, Suge reminisces about the days when he held sway over both the studio and the streets, missing his influential friends, including famous rap stars and gang leaders. He believes that Diddy took everything from him and seized the opportunity presented by Suge's incarcerations to rise to power in the industry. Diddy appeared relaxed and allowed himself various indulgences while Suge was in jail. Now it seems that Suge is making a comeback, and many fans believe that Diddy is scared out of his wits, thinking of what a future beef with one of the most feared music moguls would bring. While many people are happy to hear the news of Suge coming back because it would mean the end of Diddy's reign in the industry. That's all for today, folks. If you want to keep yourself updated on the latest binge-worthy news, click that subscribe button and notification bell for more videos like this.